I'm Barbara Jennings, your local realtor here, and today we've got a special guest, Mac Church, and he is with Atlantic Coast Mortgage. And let me tell you, we've got a special mini series just about lending for the next, oh goodness, goes until next year. It may go into even longer, but for right now, we're gonna get to the end of the year. On every Wednesday night, we're gonna post this, so stay tuned and make sure you tap that subscribe button and click the little bell so you get notified not only of these lending videos that are going to educate you in today's shifting market, but also we've got driving tours and we've got all kinds of pros and cons about all the different counties, all the way up to Northern Virginia down to Prince William County. So without further ado, we're going to get going and introduce Mac Church.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hey, we're back here with Mac Church and we're talking about grants. Woo! You might be thinking, a grant, what does that mean? You know, should I look that up in Wikipedia? Let me Google let me Google that. What does that really mean? A grant is money. It's free money. And do you have to pay it back?
You only have to pay it back if you sell your house in the first 5 years. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So there is a little stipulation, but
that's the only.
Hey.
You know, if you sell in the first 5 years, you have to pay it back. But other than that.
And then didn't I heard on that, because I believe I had somebody, they were nearing that time frame, if they were like at that end of that time frame, but it hadn't gotten to that exact date, they have to pay like a small percentage, or is it the whole thing?
No, it's the whole thing.
It's the whole thing. So right. You really have to wait until that last
fifth
date.
Year.
Yeah, that
right.
fifth year, the day after, because I did have somebody that did that. And we're like, oh no, we can't close yet.
You gotta wait. Now the beautiful thing is
we had another 3 days. The contract came in. I'm like, oh, let me double check on that, and we had 3 more days to go. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
So if you move out of that house and you retain it, then you're good. So if you turn your current house into an investment property, then you're fine.
Yeah,
it's
because
just
you haven't
the actual
sold it.
Sale. Exactly.
Yeah, you haven't sold it and stuff. So in today's video, that's what we're talking about: grant money and different grant programs. So what do we have today, Max?
So there are some really awesome grant programs. Now, the first thing to know is whenever you're going for a grant program, these programs are meant for your moderate to low income borrowers.
Okay.
So if you're making,
that would make sense.
Yeah.
You know?
If
people need help.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And there's an expectation if you make a certain amount of money, then you should not need a grant. Right.
Right.
So generally, anyone household families making maybe 150,000 or less, if in our area in Northern Virginia, with 3 people living there, then you're still eligible for a grant.
Oh, so I mean, hey, that's not bad, because I know some younger millennials and actually some older people, you know, they have really good jobs and they make good money. Maybe they're in the school system, they're teachers, firefighters, you know.
They don't make good money. Are you kidding me? School teachers?
Well,
they should make the most money, but
they
don't.
should make the most money. But that in
But they're the perfect.
Yes,
perfect client for that.
yes.
Yes, candidate for that.
That's what I was getting at.
Yes. So the grants do always have though that income amount or restriction.
Okay.
And then it also can depend on where you're going to buy your house.
Ooh.
So they're also income restrictive as far as the different counties.
Okay.
So if you're purchasing in a certain county, the income limit might be lower than another county.
Well, that would make sense because the demographics and the jobs and what's available. Say if I was out in the boonies a little bit, I'm not going to make what somebody would be making or have the opportunities to make what somebody makes in another county.
Right.
Yeah.
So on grants, it's not just qualifying for a loan to get the grant. It's also being eligible. That's the most important thing is, are you eligible for the grant?
There you go.
And the different grants that are available out there is, as we discussed in another video, the Virginia Housing Program.
That's a good one.
They have a couple different grants. They have one that for anybody that's doing a VA or a RD loan can get 2% closing cost assistance grant. So that goes right towards paying closing costs, which is generally they're 3.5%. So that leaves just a little bit of money needed from the buyer. Mm-hmm. Those same 2 loans through Virginia Housing, also they can get that 2% for rural development and VA.
Wow.
So pretty awesome.
That is.
And then lastly, For conventional and FHA,
Conventional FHA, one of the top three.
one of the top three, both of them actually, two
Yes.
of the top three,
Yeah, two of the top three.
Virginia Housing will provide a down payment grant where you only have to put in 1% of the funds. So you get a free 2.5% down payment grant, which is pretty awesome.
That is nice.
That allows you to get a better rate because it's not 100% financing. So any of the 100% no money down loans are usually going to be a higher rate because there's more risk involved.
Yeah, they're risk. So the more risk and the lower the credit score, the higher your interest rate is going to be. But you can still buy a home. That's the important thing. Don't count yourself out just because you think your credit score is too low or something else. You know, you got to talk to a professional like Mac and myself and really run the numbers and look at the different programs that best fit you and your needs for your family or whomever. Buying a house, you know?
And so not only the lower rate, but with that grant that I was just speaking about, your loan amount's going to be lower because you're not doing 100% financing. So your payment's going to be lower as well. That could mean a higher qualification, or it could mean just a lower payment overall. So
I know we worked with a lot of buyers, you know, right before the pandemic or in between the pandemic before things got a little crazy. People were really being realistic with their budget, and they said they wanted to stick with a monthly payment, you know. They weren't looking at the sales price. They just wanted to say, hey, Mac, you know, if I buy a house here, is my monthly payment going to be this?
Right.
You know, and if not, then they moved on to the next house.
Right, exactly. You know? So those are some great grant programs. There's also some seasonal grant programs. So one of them is called Spark Funds, and it's through Virginia Housing. It's another territory. So you have to purchase a home in different counties. So right now there's 6 counties that are eligible, which is Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania, Stafford, Fauquier, Warrenton, and Prince William County. And what happens is Virginia Housing gives a full 1% lower in rate than their current market rate. So that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
That can save someone on a $300,000 house about $200 a month in payment.
Yeah, I was just going to say about $200. Yeah, that's really good.
So
I know I could use an extra $200 a month.
Hey, so that's I call it seasonal because they do run out of money, or they only offer it during certain times. The other is the Federal Home Loan Bank, which is out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's a federal home loan grant. And it gives up to $7,500 for first-time home buyers, and it gives up to $10,000 for heroes, whether it be a veteran, active duty, police, firefighter, healthcare, nurse, EMT, any of those quote-unquote civil servant positions or hero positions.
Nice.
So those grants are
really good.
amazing. Yeah, but that's another one that they do get funded once a year, and once they're out of funds, the program's over until they reappropriate it for the following year.
So that's we're talking about any of these loans, and you're like, hey, I think I might, you know, I'm a teacher, I'm a firefighter, whatever. Hey, comment below, give us a call, shoot us a text, let us know that you're interested in that program, and we can tell you when, you know, where we are. And because I think one of the programs that you were talking about earlier, it's like come October. I remember, you know,
we were saying the money's going to be gone.
We're like, hurry up, get your contract in, let's, you know, get to closing and stuff like that. So it's really important to know these deadlines, and working with professionals like ourselves that are in the business, that know about these loans, that know about the deadlines and stuff is extremely important, because we could save you thousands of dollars, not only on your monthly payment, but getting you grant money.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, wouldn't you like a little extra money in your bank account or to help you purchase a home? I think that is awesome.
Or to have extra money for your furniture.
To put in that new house.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking down here at the list, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a lot of great stuff. So.
A lot of good stuff, you know, and there's another loan that Mac's going to do a whole nother video on, because it's the Prince William County program, and it is very complicated, and you might even need, he said, a second part-time job to actually get all your...
the grant is it's a part-time job.
To get everything
you
together.
You have to work for it.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. So we'll talk about that in another video.
Yeah, a whole nother video, because it is very complex, and there's a lot of little details that one would know about. But if you qualify and you're willing to put the work in, hey, it might just be the right grant program for you.
That's right.
Yeah. And do you have to live in Prince William County?
You have to live or work.
Yeah, because there was a reason for that name.
Right.
They definitely, made it county specific.
It's county specific.
But there's a lot of people that live in Prince William County. So,
oh yeah.
Hundreds
of thousands. So.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands. So anyway, those are all the grant programs that Mac has shared with us today. I think they're awesome. So if that's you, if you've heard about one of these grant programs and you think, hey, I want to find out more, comment below. Buy now. Oh my goodness, Mac, that was such great information. I can tell you, hey buyers, if you're out there and you're listening here to Mac, he is the Mac Daddy. He's got all, he wasn't ready for me to say that, but that's the truth. He knows what he's doing. He's got the service, he's got the people, he's got the knowledge and the wisdom, and he is a local lender.
Yes.
Well,
thank you so much, Barbara, for having me. It's been wonderful, and I hope all of you out there will definitely reach out to us with any questions or needs. We've been doing this a long time, so we have a lot of knowledge for you, and answer anything that you need and help you buy that house.
That's right. So if you guys are watching, remember to comment below, buy now, down there in the comments, and we will get right to you, answer any questions that you had, or you could just reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Yeah. Reach out days, nights, weekends. It doesn't matter because, when you're looking online, it's 24/7. So whatever time of the day it is, just comment below. We'll get any question that you have answered.